Hey everybody, welcome back to Desert Tech for our second episode of MDRX Rivalry. Today's subject is the 16-inch 308 forward eject rifle. Let's get into that. So the 16-inch 308 is the OG, so to speak. The original MDR first came out in a 16-inch 308 forward eject. So it should come as no surprise that we have a lot of experience shooting these. The large frame 308 uses SR25 pattern magazines to feed its 10 twist barrel. As we mentioned in our 6.5 Creedmoor video, the 308s and 6.5 Creedmoor share all the same parts other than the barrel itself. So if you have a 16 or 20 inch 308 or a 20 inch 6.5 Creedmoor, you can change them back and forth by simply swapping out the barrel itself. Our first subject for today is accuracy. A typical MDRX will shoot 1 to 1.5 MOA 3-shot groups at 100 yards. For the purpose of the MDRX Rivalry videos, we actually shot 5-shot groups at 100 yards, and we took the best one from each configuration of the rifle to kind of score them one against another.
Right there. Here we have our 5-shot group. Don't mind that guy, he's a sider. We got our 5-shot group right there.
This particular rifle and barrel combination gave us a 1.6 MOA group, so perhaps a little on the wider side of that scale, but still very useful. We use Desert Tech Munitions 175 grain match in this rifle. In other MDRX rifles, we have seen typical patterns of inch to just under or just over using that same ammunition. During the filming of this video, we also shot a bunch of American Eagle and PMC X-Tac ammunition through the rifle. Both of those gave satisfactory accuracy. Typical groups with those two types of ammunition averaged around 2 to slightly over 2 minutes of angle. So not quite as good, but still very useful for hitting 2 MOA targets inside 500 yards or so. If your purpose for this rifle is for anything other than hitting steel targets on a one-way range, then you may want to use something slightly different to get more downrange energy and perhaps better penetration. Seeing as how this is a 308 rifle, even if you do use the lighter weight loads like the 150 and 147 grain ammunitions, you will find that you have quite a bit of energy still on those downrange targets. During the filming of this video, we used both PMags and Lancer 308 magazines. While we haven't experienced it ourselves, some people have reported some feeding issues with the 25 round PMags. Just so you're aware, you may or may not have that experience, but just so you know. So the 16-inch 308 MDRX is probably the most powerful for its size configuration of the MDRX. Its 27.5-inch overall length makes it very compact, yet it still has that big 308 horsepower. Its compact size makes it easy to maneuver through confined spaces. It's much shorter than a traditionally built 308 autoloading rifle. Vehicles, doorways, and any other place where you might have restricted ability to move around is where the MDRX performs with superiority. So we shot the 16-inch 308 against all other MDRX configurations and found that this configuration seemed to be quite fast as far as target acquisition and maneuverability. Our maneuverability test actually involved running all the rifles against each other in a timed course of fire. The rifle that executed this course of fire fastest was deemed to be the most maneuverable. Short rifles such as this are much easier to maneuver through tight spaces. The significant recoil and muzzle blast from the 308 might make it a little bit more cumbersome in those tight spaces as compared to its smaller siblings. The significant power of the 308 cartridge translates into some downrange performance as well. At 500 yards, where we measured all MDRX configurations, the 308 16-inch rifle was doing 1,780 feet per second with 1,235 pounds of energy. This kind of energy and velocity makes the 308 MDRX a superior choice for certain situations, such as military and law enforcement units. It also makes an excellent choice for someone else, such as hunters who want that compact size but still have plenty of power. This MDRX configuration is great for short to medium range shooting. It can be used as far out as like 1,000 yards. I've done it myself. However, the 6.5 Creedmoor is definitely a better choice for that distance. It is great, however, for those medium range shots out to about 700 yards. It's easily balanced, allowing for single-handed manipulation. This will leave your free hand available to do other tasks, like opening doors. The ratchet compensator helps reduce muzzle rise and recoil and keep you on target. But the 308 can be a little more difficult to control when compared to its smaller caliber siblings. To compare MDRX controllability, we fired a timed 5-shot group on a steel at 50 yards. The rifle that executed this task with the most consistent group proved to be the most controllable rifle. The 308 16-inch rifle shot an 11.5-inch group. The smaller the pattern, the more controllable the rifle. Adding accessories such as slings and suppressors will aid in the controllability of this rifle. Whether you use the standard handguard or one of the other options that we offer, there are many things you can add to this rifle to increase its performance. Vertical grips and other things will all attach to the M-LOK accessory slots on these handguards, or you can even use a built-in bipod. All MDRX rifles are excellent suppressor hosts. This rifle performed better in every way once we added a suppressor. I prefer using a compact 308 suppressor with this rifle on either setting 1 or 2, or whatever the lowest setting is that the rifle will reliably run on. This rifle could be set up a million different ways as far as sights are concerned. I personally prefer a low power variable optic such as this, a 1 to 8, a 1 to 10, something like that, I think is ideal, but obviously that depends on your purposes for the rifle. A red dot or reflex sight would also be a great option if you're going to be shooting stuff that's not very far away. This configuration of the MDRX is easily concealed in your vehicle or discreetly stored in a small case, giving you 308 firepower close and ready. The 16-inch 308 is an excellent choice for your MDRX rifle. If you guys have any questions specifically about this conversion kit, go ahead and drop us a comment below. Thanks for watching today, guys. We'll see you on the next episode of MDRX Rivalry.